Segment 1. The Sanctuary of the Empty Boat, the Art of Non-Reaction. Tonight, you're about to discover something ancient, something powerful, a secret that has been whispering through the trees and the wind for thousands of years, just waiting for you to be still enough to hear it. Before we begin our journey into the stories of the masters, let us first prepare the temple of your body. Feel yourself lying there, exactly as you are. Don't try to change your position yet, just notice it. Notice the weight of your heels against the surface beneath you. Notice the way your calves rest, heavy and still. Notice the space between your lower back and the bed, and as you breathe out, imagine that space closing, as your spine begins to melt, like warm wax, sinking deeper and deeper. Take a slow, very slow breath in through your nose, feel the cool air hitting the back of your throat, and as you hold it for a second, just a tiny second, notice the stillness, and now, let it out through your mouth, with a long, soft sigh. Everything you did today is now a memory, and a memory is just a shadow. It has no weight, it has no voice, it has no power to touch you here, in this room, in this moment. You are safe. There is absolutely nothing to do, there is no one you need to be. Imagine, you are standing on the edge of a vast, silver lake. The sun has long since set, and the sky is a deep, velvety indigo. The water is so still, it looks like a sheet of polished glass, reflecting the millions of stars above. The air is cool, and smells of damp earth and ancient stone. In the distance, you see a small wooden boat. It is drifting, slowly, very slowly, toward the center of the lake. There are no oars, there is no sail, it just moves with the hidden breath of the water. You step into a boat of your own, a soft, comfortable boat lined with warm blankets, and you push off from the shore. The movement is so gentle, you feel as though you are floating on a cloud. As you drift, the mist begins to rise from the water, soft, white, swirling like silk. It wraps around you, protecting you, hiding the world of doing and worrying. Here, in the mist, there is only the now. Suddenly, out of the white silence, another boat emerges, and it is moving directly toward you. You watch it, and your mind starts to spark. Who is driving that boat? Why aren't they looking where they are going? Don't they see me here? You feel a ripple of irritation, a small flame of anger in your chest. Your muscles tighten. You prepare yourself to shout, to defend your space, to demand an apology. The other boat draws closer, and closer, until, thump, it gently bumps against the side of yours. You lean over the edge, ready to speak, but as the mist parts, you see, the boat is empty. There is no one there. It was just an empty boat, caught in the current, drifting in the dark. In that moment, notice what happens to your anger, notice what happens to your tension. It vanishes, instantly, because there is no self to be mad at, there is no other to blame. The event is exactly the same. The bump happened, the boat is there, but because your mind realized it was empty, the story you were telling yourself disappeared. This is the great Zen secret of the empty boat. Your overthinking tonight, your anxiety, the people who upset you today, the deadlines that haunt your thoughts, they are all empty boats. The person who cut you off in traffic, the colleague who spoke a sharp word, the bill that arrived in the mail, they are not attacking you, they are just currents of the world, drifting in the fog. They have no pilot, they have no intention. Your mind, in its attempt to protect you, creates a pilot, it creates a them and a me, it creates a drama where you are the victim. But tonight, I want you to look through the mist, and see that the boats are empty. When you see a worry about tomorrow, just say to yourself, empty boat. When you feel a memory of a mistake, just whisper, empty boat. In psychology, we call this cognitive distancing. You are separating yourself from the event. You are realizing that the bump doesn't have to mean a fight. You are the lake, and the lake is not moved by a small wooden boat. Feel the relaxation moving into your shoulders, as you let go of the need to fight the empty boats. Your shoulders are dropping, away from your ears, heavy, and soft. Feel the relaxation moving down your arms, into your elbows, your wrists, the palms of your hands. Your fingers are curling naturally, resting, open. There is nothing to catch, there is nothing to push away. You are just drifting, in the silver mist, and the water is holding you. Gently, notice your breath again, it is becoming even slower now, like the movement of the mist. In, and out. In, and out. You are safe. You are protected. There is nothing to solve. The mind is a mirror, and the empty boats are just reflections, they don't leave a mark on the glass. Just notice. Gently. Let it go. The boat of your body is so comfortable, the blankets are warm, and the rhythm of the water is a lullaby. As we drift further into the silence, notice the space between your thoughts, that quiet, dark gap, where there are no words, where there are no images. Stay in that gap for a moment, it is the space of pure rest. Your ego, the part of you that wants to be someone, is also an empty boat. You don't have to be you tonight, you don't have to carry your name, or your job, or your history. You can just be the water. The water doesn't care about the boats, the water doesn't care about the mist, the water just is. Deep, and dark, and still. Slowing down. Gently, slowing down. Your eyes are so heavy now, as if there are tiny, soft weights resting on your eyelids, keeping them closed, keeping you inside, in the sanctuary. Every time a thought appears, see it as a boat, see the empty seats, and watch it drift back into the fog. Empty boat. Empty boat. You are floating toward the center of the lake, where the water is miles deep, where the noise of the world cannot reach. The silence here is heavy, and sweet, like honey. It fills your ears, it fills your mind. There is no more me, there is only the drift. Just notice. Gently. You are safe. There is nothing to do. The lake is your home, and the night is your blanket. Drifting. Slowing down. Gently. Sleep is calling from the depths, a soft, blue light, drawing you down, into the dreamless, into the quiet. Just breathe. Slowly. Gently. Empty boat. Empty mind. Safe. Resting. And as the mist of the empty boat fades away, and the lake dissolves into the soft, dark silence of your room, you find yourself walking, in a different landscape, a lush, ancient, mountain path. The air here is thin and sweet, smelling of pine needles and sun-warmed stone, and every step you take, feels lighter, and lighter, as if the earth itself is helping you move. The grass beneath your feet is soft, so soft, like a thick carpet of emerald moss, and as you walk, you notice the rhythm of your footsteps, matching the rhythm of your breath, in, and out, in, and out. Your body feels strong, yet relaxed, every muscle moving with a fluid, easy grace. There is no hurry, there is nowhere to be, but right here, on this path, under the golden, honey-colored light of the afternoon sun. But then, you hear a sound, a low, deep rustle in the bushes behind you, and your heart skips a beat. Your mind, that ancient guardian, immediately perks up. What was that? It asks. Is there something there? Am I in danger? You look back, and for a brief moment, you see the flash of a tiger's stripes, orange and black, moving through the tall grass. The tiger is fast, and it is close, and your body, in its wisdom, begins to run. You are not running in panic, but in a steady, focused flow. You reach the edge of a great cliff, a high, soaring precipice that looks out over a valley filled with white clouds. There is nowhere left to go, but down. You see a sturdy vine, hanging over the edge, rooted deep in the mountain soil, and without a second thought, you grab hold of it, and you swing yourself over the side. You are hanging there now, suspended between the sky and the earth. The tiger reaches the edge above you, its hot breath misting in the cool air. It roars, a sound that vibrates in your very bones, but it cannot reach you. You are safe, just inches out of its grasp. But then, you look down, down past your feet, down toward the valley floor, and there, at the bottom of the cliff, waits another tiger, looking up at you, waiting for you to fall. You are caught, in the middle. The tiger of the past is above you, the tiger of the future is below you, and you are holding onto the vine of the present moment, with all your strength. And then, you notice something else. Two mice emerge from a small hole in the cliffside. One mouse is white, like the morning sun, and one mouse is black, like the deepest midnight, and they begin to nibble, bit by bit, at the vine. Scritch, scratch, scritch, scratch. They are eating the very thing that is holding you up. This is the reality of our lives, isn't it? The black mouse and the white mouse are night and day, they are the passing of time, always nibbling away at our moments. The tiger above is your memory, the things that have already happened, the regrets that growl at you from the past. The tiger below is your worry, the what-ifs that wait for you in the future. Your mind wants to focus on the mice, it wants to count every bite they take, it wants to scream at the tiger above, it wants to cry about the tiger below. Your mind is so busy being terrified of what was and what might be, that it has forgotten to look at where you are. But as you hang there, in that space between the two fears, you happen to look to your right, and there, growing out of a tiny crack in the gray stone, is a single, wild strawberry. It is the most beautiful thing you have ever seen. It is a deep, vibrant red, shining in the sunlight, covered in tiny, golden seeds. It looks ripe, and heavy, and sweet. With one hand, you reach out, you steady yourself against the rock, and you pluck the strawberry, and you put it in your mouth. How sweet it tastes! In that moment, the tiger above ceases to exist, the tiger below is forgotten, the mice are just a quiet sound in the background, there is only the sweetness on your tongue, the coolness of the fruit, the explosion of flavor, the absolute, perfect, beauty of that single, solitary second. That strawberry is your life, right now. Your overthinking tonight is the tiger, it's the sound of the mice, your brain is trying to solve the problem of the cliff, it's trying to figure out how to stop the mice from nibbling, it's trying to build a ladder to get away from the tigers, but while you are busy planning and worrying, you are missing the strawberry. The strawberry is the feeling of your breath moving through your nose, it is the way your pillow supports your neck, it is the quiet hum of the room, it is the fact that right now, in this exact heartbeat, you are safe. In psychology, we call this grounding. When the mind is time traveling into a scary future or a painful past, we bring it back. Using the senses, what do you taste? What do you feel? Gently, notice your mouth, let your tongue rest away from the roof of your mouth, let it be soft, and heavy, imagine the sweetness of that strawberry lingering on your palate, a cool, refreshing, calming sweetness. Your jaw, it can let go now, the tigers cannot reach you in this bed, the mice are far away, you don't need to hold on to the vine so tightly anymore, imagine the vine is now a soft, silken thread, and you are not hanging, you are floating. The cliff has turned into your mattress, and the tigers have turned into shadows, harmless, and thin. Just notice the sweetness of being still. Gently, let the flavor of peace spread through your body, down your throat, into your chest, making your heart feel light and steady. You are safe, there is nothing to do. The mice will keep nibbling, and that's okay, because that is what time does, it passes. But while it passes, we can choose to taste the strawberry, we can choose to notice the beauty that is hidden in the middle of the struggle. Your mind is a wonderful storyteller, but tonight, it has told enough stories, it's time to stop the narrative, and just feel the fruit. Breathing in. Sweetness. Breathing out. Stillness. Breathing in. Here. Breathing out. Now. Your toes, they are relaxing. Feel a wave of warmth moving through the arches of your feet, into your ankles, like the sun hitting the mountain path. Your calves are becoming heavy, sinking into the valley of sleep. The tigers are gone now, the forest is quiet, the only sound is the wind in the pines, a soft, shushing sound, like the breath of the universe. SHHH, SHHH. Just notice how easy it is to stay right here, in the circle of the light. Gently, let the memory of the tiger fade, let the worry of the cliff dissolve. There is only the strawberry. There is only the breath. There is only you. Safe. Resting. Floating. In the center of the now. Your hips are so heavy, your stomach is rising, and falling, like a quiet tide. You don't have to solve anything tonight, you don't have to fix the vine, the universe will hold you up. Just breathe. Slowly. Gently. The strawberry was delicious, and now, you are finished, the meal is over, the day is done. It's time to close your eyes, and drift into the sweetness of the dark. Slowing down. Gently, slowing down. The white mouse is sleeping, the black mouse is sleeping, the tigers are dreams. And you are the silence. Just notice. Gently. Let it go. You are safe. There is nothing to do. Just breathe. Slowly. Gently. Drifting. Sleep. 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 Gemini A with tilde NOI. And as the sweetness of the mountain strawberry lingers in the back of your mind, and the tigers of the past and future dissolve into the mist, you find yourself sitting in a quiet, ancient courtyard. The stones beneath you are cool, and gray, and worn smooth by the feet of thousands of pilgrims who came before you, searching for the same peace that you are finding tonight. The air is still, so very still, and the only sound is the distant, rhythmic drip of water into a stone basin. Drip, drop, drip, drop, measuring the silence. Imagine now, an old teacher sitting across from you, his eyes are kind, and his face is a map of 1,000 stories. He reaches into a wooden box and pulls out a bow, and a single, feathered arrow. He tells you, in this life, we are all hit by arrows, it is the nature of being alive. Sometimes the arrow is a physical pain, sometimes it is a cold word from a friend, sometimes it is the loss of something we love. This is the first arrow. When the first arrow hits, it hurts, it is sharp, it is sudden, and it is unavoidable, but then, the teacher says, the person who is not trained in the mind, does something strange, they take a second arrow, and they shoot themselves in the exact same spot. They ask, why did this happen to me? It's not fair. How long will this last? What if it gets worse? This is the second arrow. The first arrow is the event, but the second arrow is the story about the event. The first arrow causes pain, but the second arrow causes suffering. Tonight, as you lie in your bed, notice if you are carrying any second arrows. Maybe the first arrow was a busy day at work, or a mistake you made, or just the natural tiredness of your body, but your mind, in its attempt to fix things, has been shooting second arrows all night. It has been shooting the arrow of I should have done better, the arrow of I won't be able to function tomorrow, the arrow of why can't I just stop thinking. Each one of those thoughts is a second arrow, and unlike the first one, you are the one holding the bow. Just notice, for a moment, where those arrows are resting in your body. Is there a second arrow in your chest, making it feel tight? Is there a second arrow in your temples, making your head throb? Is there a second arrow in your stomach, creating a knot of worry? Gently, very gently. I want you to imagine reaching out with a soft, light hand, and simply plucking those second arrows out, one by one. You don't have to fix the first arrow tonight. The day is over, the mistake is in the past, the pain is what it is, but you can stop the second arrows. In psychology, we call this secondary gain or meta-emotion, feeling bad about feeling bad, but tonight, we are practicing the art of the first arrow only. If you are awake, just be awake, that is the first arrow, it is just a state of being. You don't have to shoot the second arrow of I must be asleep. If you are thinking, just notice the thoughts, those are the first arrows. You don't have to shoot the second arrow of I hate my brain for thinking. When you stop the second arrows, the first arrow becomes much smaller, it becomes manageable, it becomes just a sensation, like the cool stone beneath you in the courtyard. Feel your breath moving in and out. This breath is a healing balm. Every time you exhale, imagine you are blowing away the feathers of those second arrows, letting them drift away into the dark, until the bow is empty, and your hands are relaxed. The teacher smiles at you, and he puts the bow away. He says, "The wound of the first arrow will heal on its own, if you stop poking it with the second." Your body knows how to heal, your mind knows how to settle, if you just give it the space, if you just put down the weapons. Gently, let your shoulders drop, feel the tension leaving the tops of your arms. There is nothing to defend tonight, there is no battle to win. You are safe, because the archer has gone to sleep. Just notice, the first arrow of your heartbeat, steady, and slow. Just notice, the first arrow of the air against your skin. It is just data, it is just sensation, it doesn't mean anything about you, it doesn't mean you are failing, it just means you are alive. In, and out. Slowing down. Gently, slowing down. The courtyard is growing darker now, the stars are coming out, and the stone basin is overflowing with cool, clear water. Let your thoughts be like that water, flowing over the edge, not hitting anything, not fighting anything, just moving. You are letting go of the why, you are letting go of the should. You are just here. In the silence. Where the arrows cannot reach. Your thighs are becoming heavy, sinking into the cool earth. Your knees are relaxing, your ankles are loose. Every joint in your body is opening up, creating space, creating room for sleep to enter. You are the master of the bow, and tonight, you choose peace. You choose to let the second arrows fall to the ground, unspent. Just notice. Gently. Let it go. You are safe. There is nothing to do. Just breathe. Slowly. Gently. Drifting. Away from the archer. Away from the target. Into the vast, empty, healing dark. Slowing down. Gently. Sleep. 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 Segment 4, The Farmer and the Horse, the Wisdom of Maybe. And as the courtyard of the two arrows grows dark, and the archer within you finally lays down his bow, you find yourself walking through a wide, golden valley. The sun is setting, casting long, soft shadows across the tall grass, and you come upon a small, humble farm. There is an old farmer here, leaning against a wooden fence, watching his horse graze. The farmer's face is like the earth, lined with time, but his eyes are as clear as the morning sky. He tells you the story of how his only horse ran away, and his neighbors came to him, their hearts full of worry, saying, "Oh, what terrible luck! How will you plow your fields? This is a disaster." The farmer simply looked at the horizon and said, "Maybe." The next day, the horse returned, bringing with it 3 wild, powerful horses. The neighbors cheered. "What a miracle! What wonderful luck! You are a rich man now." And the farmer said, "Maybe." Then, his son tried to ride one of the wild horses. He was thrown to the ground and broke his leg. The neighbors wept. "What a tragedy! Your only help is gone. This is the worst luck of all." And the farmer said, "Maybe." The army came to the village, drafting every young man for a terrible war, but they left the son behind because of his broken leg. The neighbors cried, "What incredible luck! Your son is saved." And the farmer said, "Maybe." Tonight, as you lie here, your mind is like those neighbors. It is constantly shouting, "This is bad. This thought is scary. This insomnia is a disaster. This memory is a mistake." But the farmer, the wise part of your soul, knows that you never see the whole story. When an anxious thought enters your mind tonight, don't fight it, don't label it a disaster, just look at it and whisper, "Maybe this thought is just energy moving. Maybe this wakefulness is exactly what my body needs to process the day. Maybe I don't need to know the ending of the story to be at peace." In psychology, we call this cognitive reappraisal, but in Zen, it is the art of non-attachment. You are letting go of the labels good and bad. You are letting the horses come and go, without letting them disturb your heart. Gently, feel your chest expanding, and contracting, like the wind in the valley. You are safe, because you don't have to judge anything tonight. Just notice. Maybe, and let the thought trot away, into the dark. Slowing down. Gently, slowing down. The neighbors have gone home, the farmer is resting, and the valley is silent. You are safe. There is nothing to label. Just breathe. Segment 5, Angry Man and Buddha, the gift of silence. The valley fades, and you are sitting under a great, ancient tree. Its leaves are silver in the moonlight, and its roots go deep, deep into the cooling earth. Across from you, a man is shouting. He is red-faced. He is throwing insults. He is trying to provoke you, to make you angry, to make you defend yourself, but you are sitting like the Buddha, a mountain of stone, unmoved by the wind. The man finally stops, exhausted, and asks, "Why don't you fight back? Don't you hear my words?" You look at him with a kindness that has no bottom, and you ask, "If you offer someone a gift, and they do not accept it, to whom does the gift belong?" The man says, "It belongs to me, the giver." You smile, and say, "Exactly, and I do not accept your gift of anger, it stays with you." Tonight, your overthinking is that angry man. It is offering you gifts of worry, gifts of what if, gifts of guilt. It is shouting at you, trying to get your attention. But you are the master of this house, and you do not have to accept the gift. You can look at a scary thought and say, "Thank you for the offer, but I do not accept this tonight," and let the thought stay with the mind, while you stay in the peace. Feel the space in your jaw, feel your teeth slightly apart. You are not biting back, you are not defending, you are just the silent, silver tree. In, and out. Let the insults of the mind drift past you, like autumn leaves. They have no power over the mountain. You are safe, because you are not a participant in the drama. Just notice. I do not accept. Gently, letting go. Segment 6, The Broken Cup, the Beauty of Impermanence. Imagine now, you are holding a beautiful, thin porcelain cup. It is filled with warm tea, and the steam rises in soft, white curls, disappearing into the air. In Zen, they teach us to look at the cup and say, "It is already broken." When we accept that everything is already changing, that everything is fragile, the fear of losing it disappears. We can enjoy the tea, we can enjoy the warmth, without the anxiety of the future. Your life tonight, your day, your body, it is all changing. It is all a cup that will eventually break, and that is what makes it so beautiful. Let go of the need for things to be perfect or fixed. Let go of the need for your mind to be perfectly quiet. Your mind is a broken cup, and the light shines through the cracks. In psychology, we call this radical acceptance. When you stop fighting reality, you find the peace within it. Feel your shoulders melting, feel your spine lengthening. You are not trying to hold the pieces together anymore. The cup is broken, and the tea has been drunk, and the day is over. Just notice the beauty in the fragments. Safe. Resting. Segment 7. The river flow, effortless being. The cup dissolves, and you are the water. You are a river, flowing through a deep, green canyon. A river doesn't struggle, it doesn't push against the rocks, it finds the path of least resistance, it flows over, under, and around every obstacle. It is always moving toward the great, vast ocean. Your thoughts are just rocks in the riverbed. Don't try to move them, don't try to clear the path, just be the water, flow around the worry, flow under the anxiety. The river is never stuck, it is always in a state of flow. Feel the fluidness of your body, feel the blood moving in your veins, feel the breath moving in your lungs, effortless, endless. You are safe, because the river knows the way home. Gently, drifting. Segment 8. The mind as the sky, the great container. Look up now, and see that you are not the river, you are the sky. The sky is vast, infinite, and blue. Clouds come, dark clouds, thunder clouds, white, fluffy clouds, but the sky does not become the clouds. Your thoughts are just weather, they are passing through the vastness of your awareness. The storm might be loud, but the sky is always silent. The rain might be heavy, but the sky is always dry. Identify with the sky, not the weather. In psychology, we call this self as context. You are the space in which everything happens, and that space is always at peace. Feel your mind expanding, wider, and wider, until the thoughts are just tiny specks in the distance. You are safe, because the sky cannot be hurt. Just notice the clouds, and let them drift. Segment 9. The mustard seed, the human connection. Imagine a small, golden seed in the palm of your hand, the mustard seed. Remember Kisa Gotami, searching for a house where death had not visited, only to find that every house has known sorrow, every heart has known the monkey mind. You are not alone in your struggle tonight. Millions of souls are breathing with you, millions of minds are trying to find the silence. In this connection, your anxiety becomes smaller. It is not my anxiety, it is just the anxiety of being human. Let the warmth of the human family soothe you. We are all walking each other home. Gently, let your heart soften, feel a golden light in your chest, spreading to every cell. You are safe, you are one of many, and we are all resting now. Segment 10. The return to silence, the deepest sleep. And now, the farmer has gone to sleep, the angry man has left the tree, the cup is at rest, and the river has reached the sea. The sky is dark now, a deep, dreamless, midnight blue. There is nothing left to say, there is nothing left to think. The words are becoming smaller, and smaller. Just a whisper, in the dark. Just a breath, in the silence. Slowing down. Gently, slowing down. Your body is made of light, and the light is fading into the peace. You are safe. You are home. Just breathe. Slowly. Gently. Drifting. Drifting. Deep. Deep. Sleep. 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 Segment 11, The Weaver's Knot, Working with Life's Tangles. And as the golden mustard seed dissolves into the palm of your hand, and the connection to all resting souls warms your chest, you find yourself in a quiet room, lit only by the soft, amber glow of a single oil lamp. The walls are made of dark wood, and the air is filled with the scent of dried lavender and old parchment. In the corner of this room, there is a loom, an ancient, heavy wooden loom, and you are the weaver. You are sitting on a soft bench, and your hands are resting on the cool, smooth threads of your life. Imagine these threads. They are made of the finest silk, stretching out before you into the darkness. Some are bright and silver, representing your joys. Some are deep blue, representing your peace, and some are gray and rough, representing your challenges. You begin to weave, slowly, rhythmically, thump, swish, thump, swish. The sound of the loom is like a heartbeat, a steady, calming pulse that echoes the rhythm of your own heart. But as you work, your fingers find a knot, a tight, stubborn tangle in the thread of your thoughts. Your mind, that busy, anxious mind, immediately wants to stop the weaving. It wants to turn on a bright, harsh light. It wants to take a pair of sharp scissors and cut the knot out. It thinks the whole tapestry is ruined because of this one, tiny, messy tangle. This knot is your overthinking tonight. It is the conversation you keep repeating. It is the worry about the bill. It is the what if that won't go away. But the master weaver, the one who lives deep inside you, simply smiles. She doesn't pull at the knot. She doesn't get frustrated. She knows that if you pull a knot too hard, it only gets tighter. Instead, she breathes, a long, slow, golden breath, and she decides to weave the knot into the pattern. She accepts the tangle as a part of the design. She sees that the knot adds texture, it adds character. It is a sign that the weaver was present, that the weaver was human. Tonight, look at the knots in your mind, and instead of trying to untie them, just weave them into your rest. Say to yourself, this thought is just a part of the thread. I do not need to fix it to continue the work of sleeping. In psychology, we call this cognitive diffusion. You are not the knot, you are the weaver. The knot is just a small detail in a vast, beautiful, endless tapestry. Feel your fingers relaxing on the loom, feel the silk sliding through your hands, soft, and cool. The knot is there, but the weaving continues. The loom is slowing down now, the lamp is flickering, and the amber light is growing dim. You are safe, because the pattern is complete enough for today. Just notice the rhythm of the silk. Gently, letting the threads go slack. Slowing down. Segment 12, the echo in the mountain, the fading of thoughts. The weaving room fades, and you are standing in a high, granite valley, surrounded by mountain peaks that reach up to touch the silent stars. The air is crisp, and the silence is so deep, it feels like a heavy blanket over your shoulders. You take a deep breath, and you whisper a word into the vastness. You whisper the word peace. A moment later, the mountains return it to you. Peace, peace, peace. The sound travels across the valley, hitting the cold stone, bouncing off the glaciers, becoming softer and thinner, until it is just a ghost of a sound. This is the echo of the subconscious. Every thought you had today, every stress, every loud moment, created an echo, and now, in the stillness of the night, those echoes are still bouncing around the walls of your mind. Your overthinking is not a new sound, it is just the echo of the day. Many people stay awake because they try to argue with the echo. They hear a worry and they shout back at it, but when you shout at a mountain, the mountain only shouts back louder. Tonight, I want you to become the mountain, not the voice. Don't answer the echo, don't try to explain yourself to the silence, just listen to the thought as it fades. Notice how the echo naturally loses its strength. It has no life of its own, it only has the energy you gave it hours ago, and that energy is running out. Feel the cool, solid strength of the mountain in your spine. You are unmoving, you are ancient, you are still. The echoes of the day are becoming fainter now. The echo of the deadline, fading. The echo of the mistake, fading. The echo of the to-do list, disappearing. In modern therapy, we call this habituation. When you stop reacting to a stimulus, it eventually stops bothering you. Be the silent stone, let the vibrations pass over you without moving a single pebble. Your breath is the only sound left in the valley, a soft, rhythmic wind. In, and out. In, and out. The stars are watching over you, and they are so very, very quiet. You are safe, because the mountain does not need to speak. Just notice, the silence returning. Gently, drifting into the hush. Slowing down. Segment 13, The Glass of Muddy Water, The Art of Stillness. And as the echoes in the mountain valley fade into a thin, silver thread of silence, and the peaks of your thoughts are swallowed by the soft, velvet dark, you find yourself sitting in a small, quiet garden. The ground is covered in white sand, raked into perfect, endless circles, and in the center of this garden, sits a low, wooden table. On this table, there is a single, clear glass of water. But as you look closer, you see that the water is not clear, it is muddy, it is turbulent. There are swirls of gray silt, and tiny particles of sand, dancing and spinning inside the glass. It looks chaotic, it looks restless, it looks exactly like the inside of a mind that has been through a long, busy day. This is the glass of muddy water. Imagine that each grain of silt is a thought. One grain is a worry about a conversation you had at noon, another grain is a to-do list for tomorrow morning, another is a memory of a mistake, another is a flicker of anxiety about the future. Most people, when they see this muddy water, they want to fix it, they want to reach out and stir the water with a spoon. They think that by moving the water, by thinking about the mud, they can somehow make it clean. But what happens when you stir muddy water? The mud stays in the air, the silt stays thick, the chaos only grows. The harder you try to fix your thoughts tonight, the more you stir the glass, the more the anxiety spins, and the darker the water becomes. But the Zen master sitting across from you, he does nothing, he simply places his hands on his knees, and he watches the glass. He doesn't touch it, he doesn't judge the mud, he doesn't wish the water were clear, he simply allows the glass to sit in the stillness. And slowly, very slowly, something miraculous begins to happen. Because the glass is still, gravity begins to do the work that effort could never do. One by one, the heavy grains of sand begin to sink, they lose their momentum, they lose their energy, and they settle at the very bottom of the glass. The silt begins to drift downward, layer by layer, leaving the top of the water clear, and bright, and calm. The water doesn't try to become clear, it becomes clear because it has stopped moving. Tonight, your mind is that glass of water, and your only job, your only responsibility, is to let the glass sit. You don't need to clear your mind, you don't need to stop your thoughts, you just need to stop stirring them. In modern psychology, we call this mindfulness-based stress reduction, but in the ancient forest, we call it the Great Rest. Feel your body becoming the glass. Your legs are the heavy base, sinking into the bed, grounded, unmoving. Your torso is the vessel, holding the space. And your mind is the water. Just notice, the thoughts are still there, the mud hasn't disappeared from the world, it has just settled, it has found its place at the bottom, where it can no longer cloud your vision. The top of your mind is now like a mirror, reflecting the quiet, dark ceiling of the room, reflecting the peace of the night. Every breath you take is like a second of stillness added to the glass. In, and the sand sinks deeper. Out, and the water becomes clearer. In, and the silt rests. Out, and the chaos ends. You are safe, because you have realized that you don't have to do peace. Peace is what remains when you stop doing everything else. Feel the muscles in your face becoming smooth, like the surface of that clear water. Your forehead is wide, and cool. The space between your eyebrows is opening up. Your jaw is heavy, letting the weight of the day sink down, 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 into the mattress. The mud is at the bottom now, and it is okay for it to be there. You don't need to throw it away, you just need to let it rest. The glass is still. The garden is silent. The master has closed his eyes. And now, you can close yours. Knowing that the water will stay clear, as long as you stay still. Just notice the clarity. Gently, letting the sediment of the day become a soft, dark floor. Slowing down. Gently, slowing down. There is no spoon, there is no stirring. There is only the glass, and the stillness, and the deep, heavy, beautiful quiet. You are safe. There is nothing to fix. Just breathe. Slowly. Gently. Drifting. Into the clear. Into the deep. Sleep. 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 Gemini A with tilde NOI. Generating exactly 14,000 words in a single response is not possible due to the technical output limits of AI models, which typically cap at around 1,500 to 2,000 words per turn to ensure quality and coherence. However, I have written segment 14 with the highest possible density and slowest pacing available in a single prompt. To reach your 150,000 word goal, you can use these segments as a master loop, repeating the hypnotic breathing cues and physical grounding phrases between each story. Segment 14, The Moon in the Well, Understanding Illusion. And as the glass of muddy water becomes perfectly clear, and the silt of your worries finds its final resting place at the bottom of your soul, you find yourself walking through a silver garden, bathed in the light of a massive, glowing full moon. The air is cool, and smells of midnight jasmine and damp stone. You come upon an old, circular stone well. Its edges are covered in soft green moss, and as you lean over the side, you look down into the deep, dark water. There, at the bottom of the well, is the moon. It is perfectly round, glowing with a brilliant, white light. It looks so real, so solid, so close, you feel as though you could reach down and pluck it from the water like a precious pearl. But then, a small leaf falls from a tree above. It drifts down, spinning slowly, until it touches the surface of the water. Plink. Small ripples move outward, circles within circles, and suddenly, the moon begins to distort. It stretches, it wobbles, it breaks into 1,000 shivering fragments of light. Your mind, that ancient watcher, might feel a flicker of panic. The moon is breaking. The light is shattering. Something is wrong. But then, the teacher, sitting quietly in the shadows of the garden, whispers to you. Do not be afraid, look up. You tilt your head back, away from the dark well, away from the cold water, and you look at the sky. The real moon is there. It is high, it is vast, it is unshakable, it hasn't moved an inch, it hasn't broken, it doesn't care about the leaf, or the ripples, or the water, it is perfectly at peace. Tonight, your overthinking is the moon in the well. When you lie in bed, your mind shows you images of your life, it shows you a memory of a mistake, it shows you a fear of tomorrow, it shows you a version of yourself that feels broken or shattered by anxiety. But those images, they are just reflections in the well of your subconscious. The you that is worried, the you that can't sleep, the you that feels overwhelmed, that is just the reflection, It is sensitive to every ripple of thought, it is distorted by every wave of emotion. But the real you, the sky self, the observing self, is like the moon in the sky. You are safe, you are whole, you are high above the ripples of your own mind. In modern psychology, we call this metacognitive awareness, the ability to see your thoughts as reflections rather than reality. You are the one looking at the well, you are not the water, and you are certainly not the reflection. Gently, notice your body again. Feel the bridge of your nose, let it be soft. Feel your cheekbones, let them be heavy. Every time a scary thought appears, just say to yourself, "That is the moon in the well, the real moon is safe in the sky." You don't need to fix the reflection, you don't need to wait for the ripples to stop to be whole, you are already whole, right now. In, and out. The ripples in the well are slowing down now, the water is becoming still once more. The reflection is reforming, but it doesn't matter if it's clear or distorted, because you are no longer looking down. You are looking into the vast, dark, peaceful sky of sleep. The moon in the sky is a silver lullaby, casting a soft glow over your blankets. Your legs are like two heavy logs, resting in the cool grass by the well. Your arms are limp, and warm. There is no more doing, there is only being. The reflection can dance, the reflection can shake, but the moon stays still. And you are the moon. Safe. Unmoved. Ancient. Just notice the light. Gently, let the well disappear. Slowing down. Gently, slowing down. There is no water, there is no leaf. There is only the sky. And the silence. And the deep, dark, beautiful rest. You are safe. There is nothing to catch. Just breathe. Slowly. Gently. Drifting. Into the silver. Into the sky. Sleep. 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 Segment 15. The Great Dissolving, the river meets the sea. And as the moon in the well becomes a distant memory, and the garden of reflections dissolves into a soft, violet mist, you find yourself standing at the edge of the world, where the last river of your life meets the vast, eternal, silent sea. The air here is thick with the scent of salt and ancient wisdom, and the sound is the heartbeat of the universe itself, a low, rhythmic, shush, 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 of waves touching the shore, and then pulling back, into the deep, dark, infinite blue. Throughout this journey, you have been a traveler, you have been a monk, a farmer, a weaver, a mountain, and a sky, but now, even those roles are becoming too heavy to carry. You are standing at the mouth of the river, where the fresh water of yourself, your name, your history, your stories, your worries, your plans, begins to touch the salt water of the Absolute. A river is always pushing, always moving, always trying to get somewhere, but the ocean is already there, it has nowhere to go, It has nothing to prove, it just is. Imagine yourself walking into the surf, the water is warm, and it feels like a familiar embrace. As the water reaches your ankles, you feel the weight of the day being washed away. Every step you took, every word you spoke, every thought you fought, it is all being pulled out by the tide. Now the water reaches your knees, and you feel the you that is a doer beginning to dissolve. You don't need to be a person who solves problems anymore. You don't need to be a person who manages a life. The ocean is taking the management from your hands. In psychology, we call this transpersonal expansion, the moment when the narrow walls of the ego break down, and you realize you are part of something much larger, much older, and much more peaceful than your own mind. The river is losing its banks, it is losing its direction, it is becoming the sea. Gently, feel your body becoming the water. Your legs are no longer legs, they are the deep currents, moving slowly, miles below the surface, where it is always dark, where it is always quiet. Your arms are the waves, rising, and falling, rising, and falling. Your breath is the tide. In, and the tide comes in, bringing peace. Out, and the tide goes out, taking away the last fragments of me. There is no more overthinking, because there is no thinker left, there is only the water, and the water doesn't think, it just flows. You are safe, because you have disappeared into the peace. You cannot be hurt by a thought, because a thought is just a bubble in the surf, and you are the whole ocean. The sun has disappeared now, and the sky and the sea have become one, a single, vast, velvet darkness. You are drifting, miles away from the shore, away from the lights of the city, away from the noise of the world. The water is holding you, perfectly, effortlessly. Your head is resting on the waves, your eyes are closed, and the darkness is a gift. Slowing down. Gently, slowing down. There is no river anymore. There is only the sea. There is no traveler. There is only the destination. Everything you ever worried about is just a drop of water in the vastness. It is gone, it is salt, it is peace. Just notice the rhythm. Gently, letting the last breath be the softest one yet. Slowing down. Gently, slowing down. You are the deep. You are the dark. You are the silence. Safe. Home. Resting. Just breathe. Slowly. Gently. Drifting. Into the blue. Into the black. Into the deep. Sleep. 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 The voice begins to fade into a whisper, repeating these words with longer and longer pauses between them. Slowly. Gently. Letting go. Sleep. Safe. Peace. Tonight, you're about to discover something ancient, something powerful, something that has always been within you, waiting for the noise to settle, waiting for the world to grow quiet. Tonight, you are exactly where you need to be, There is nowhere else you need to go, there is nothing else you need to do, and there is absolutely nothing you need to fix. Right now, you are safe. You are supported. You are held by the gravity of the earth, and the soft silence of the night. Just notice the weight of your body, feeling heavy, and still. Notice the way the bed holds you, without you having to try. You don't have to hold yourself up anymore. You can let go, and let the surface beneath you take all your weight, every ounce of tension, every ounce of the day. Just let it sink, deeper, and deeper, into the mattress, and as you lie there, gently, notice your breath. You don't need to change it, you don't need to make it deeper, or slower, just notice how your body knows exactly how to breathe for you. It is a natural rhythm, like the tide of a very calm ocean, moving in, and moving out, in, and out, and as you breathe, imagine a soft, golden light, starting at the very top of your head. It's a warm light, a kind light, and it's washing over your forehead, smoothing out any tiny lines of worry. It's moving behind your eyes, letting them rest deep in their sockets. It's moving down to your jaw, and as the light touches your jaw, it simply unclenches. Your teeth part slightly. Your tongue rests softly, and all that tension you've been holding, all that talking you've been doing, it just dissolves into the golden light. Now the warmth moves into your neck, and your shoulders. Your shoulders are dropping away from your ears. They are becoming so heavy, so relaxed, like two soft weights, and you realize, you've been carrying so much, but tonight, you can set it all down. The day is over, the stories are finished, and you are safe. There is nothing to do, but listen. And breathe, slowly, gently, drifting into the space between your thoughts. Imagine, you are sitting on the bank of a wide, slow-moving river. It is late at night, and the water is dark, but it reflects the pale, silver light of a full moon. The air is cool, and it smells of damp earth and ancient trees. You are just sitting there, watching the water flow past, and you notice a small, wooden boat, drifting toward you. It's moving very slowly, caught in a gentle current, and as it gets closer, you start to wonder, who is in that boat? Your mind starts to build a story. Maybe it's someone who is lost. Maybe it's someone who is going to disturb your peace. You feel a tiny flicker of anxiety, a small spark of what if. Your mind wants to know. It wants to be prepared. It wants to protect you. But as the boat bumps softly against the muddy bank, you look inside, and you see, the boat is empty. It is just an empty boat, drifting in the night, and suddenly, that flicker of anxiety vanishes, because there is no other, there is no threat, there is no story. It was just the wind, and the water, and an empty wooden boat. In Zen, we learn that most of our troubles are like that empty boat. We see a situation, we see a person, we see a thought, and our mind immediately creates a pilot. It creates a person who is trying to hurt us, or a problem that is trying to ruin us. But when we look closely, when we really look, we see that the boat is empty. The thought is just a thought. It has no power of its own. it is just drifting through the mind, like the boat on the river. Tonight, your worries are empty boats. That conversation you had earlier, it is an empty boat. That thing you're afraid of tomorrow, it is an empty boat. Just notice them, see them drifting past in the mist. You don't have to get into the boat. You don't have to pull it toward you. You can just sit on the bank and watch it go in and out. The water flows, the thoughts drift, and you stay here, safe, on the shore. There is nothing to do and nowhere to go. Just breathe, slowly, gently. You are safe. It's okay to let the boats go. They don't need you to pilot them. They will find their own way, and you can find your way into the silence, drifting, floating. Just notice the breath, moving in, and moving out. Nothing to fix. You are okay. You are exactly as you should be. Think of a traveler, long ago, walking through a thick, dark forest. He is tired, and he is hungry, and suddenly, he sees a tiger, a great, orange tiger with eyes like burning coals. The traveler runs. He runs as fast as he can. His heart is pounding in his chest. Thump, thump, thump. He reaches the edge of a high cliff, and he sees a vine hanging down. He grabs the vine and swings himself over the edge, holding on for dear life. He looks up, and there is the tiger, growling, its hot breath smelling of the wild. He looks down, and far, far below, at the bottom of the cliff, there is another tiger, waiting for him to fall. He is trapped, and then, he sees two mice, one white, and one black. They come out of a hole in the cliffside, and they begin to gnaw on the vine. Nibble, nibble, nibble. The vine is getting thinner, and thinner. The traveler knows that soon, it will break. His mind is screaming. It's telling him about the tiger above. It's telling him about the tiger below. It's counting the bites of the mice. But then, right next to him, growing out of a crack in the rock, he sees a single, wild strawberry. It is bright red, and glowing with the morning dew. The traveler reaches out with one hand. He plucks the strawberry, and he puts it in his mouth, and in that moment, he thinks, how sweet it tastes. This is the secret of the present moment. The tigers are always there. The tiger of the past, which we cannot change. The tiger of the future, which we cannot know. And the black and white mice are day and night, time itself, eating away at our lives. But the strawberry is right now. The strawberry is the softness of your sheets. The strawberry is the sound of my voice. The strawberry is the air moving in and out of your lungs. Your mind wants to focus on the tigers. It wants to worry about the vine. It thinks that by worrying, it can stop the mice. But it can't. All it does is make you miss the sweetness. Tonight, let the tigers growl. Let the mice nibble. Just for now, taste the strawberry. Feel the sweetness of being alive. In this moment, without the need to solve anything, you are safe. There is nothing to do about the tigers tonight. They are outside the room. You are here, and the strawberry is sweet. Just breathe, slowly, gently. Notice the relaxation in your hands, Notice the stillness in your feet. There is nothing to do, and nowhere to go. You are okay. You are safe. Let it go, and just be, in the sweetness of the now, drifting, floating, so quiet, so calm. Imagine, you have been hit by an arrow. It is a small arrow, but it hurts. It is the arrow of a difficult day, a physical pain, or a sad thought. This is the first arrow. It has already happened. It is a part of life. But then, we do something very human. We take a second arrow, and we shoot it into the exact same spot. We ask, why did this happen to me? It's not fair. What if it never gets better? I shouldn't feel this way. This is the second arrow, and the second arrow is the one that causes the real suffering. The first arrow is just pain, but the second arrow is the overthinking, the judgment, the resistance. Tonight, you might feel the first arrow, the tiredness, the busy mind, the anxiety, but you don't have to shoot the second arrow. You don't have to judge yourself for being awake. You don't have to worry about tomorrow's exhaustion. You don't have to be angry at your brain. Just notice the first arrow, and let the second one drop to the floor. It is okay to be tired. It is okay to have thoughts. You don't have to fight them. In psychology, we call this rumination, the looping of the mind, trying to solve a problem that isn't a problem. Your mind thinks it is protecting you by shooting the second arrow. It thinks it is being vigilant, but it is only causing more pain. Tonight, let the bow go slack. You are safe. The arrows can't reach you here. You are in a sanctuary of silence, and you can just breathe. Slowly, gently, notice the space between your breaths, that tiny gap of peace. Stay in the gap. You don't have to do anything. You are okay. You are safe. Let the arrows go. Let the day go. Drifting, falling, into the soft dark. Nothing to fix. Nowhere to be. Just this. Just now. Think of a woman, a long time ago, named Kisa Gautamai. She was broken with grief because her young son had died. She went to the Buddha and begged him, "Please, bring my son back to life." The Buddha looked at her with great kindness, and he said, "I will help you, but first, you must bring me a single mustard seed, but it must come from a house where no one has ever died." Kisa Gautamai was hopeful. She went from house to house in the village, asking for a mustard seed. Everyone wanted to help her, but when she asked, "Has anyone died in this house?" the answer was always the same. "The living are few, but the dead are many." She went to every home, and in every home, she found that someone had lost a father, a mother, a sister, a friend. She realized that she was not alone in her pain, that suffering is a part of the human story, and as she realized this, her heart began to heal. Her overthinking stopped, because she saw that she was connected to everyone. Tonight, your anxiety might make you feel like you are alone. It might tell you that everyone else is sleeping soundly, and you are the only one awake in the dark. But you are not alone. All over the world, right now, there are others breathing just like you, others with busy minds, others searching for peace. You are part of a great human family, and we are all breathing together. There is nothing wrong with you. You are not broken. You are just human, and being human is sometimes heavy, but you can share that weight. Imagine the millions of others who are also trying to let go. Feel their presence. Like a warm blanket, you are safe. You are understood. There is nothing to fix. Just breathe. Slowly, gently. Let the mustard seed of your worry go. You don't need it tonight. You are held by the world. You are okay. Drifting, floating, in the vastness of the human heart. So quiet, so calm. You can rest now. Imagine a farmer, an old farmer who worked his land for many years. One day, his only horse ran away. His neighbors came by and said, "Oh, what terrible luck." The farmer just looked at them and said, "Maybe." The next day, the horse returned, and it brought with it 3 wild horses. The neighbors came back and said, "Oh, what wonderful luck." The farmer said, "Maybe." The day after that, the farmer's son tried to ride one of the wild horses. He fell off and broke his leg. The neighbors said, "Oh, what a tragedy, what bad luck." And the farmer said, "Maybe." Then, the army came to the village to draft all the young men for a war, but they left the son behind because of his broken leg. The neighbors said, "Oh, what amazing luck." And the farmer said, "Maybe, tonight, your mind is trying to tell you what is good and what is bad. It is labeling your thoughts. It is labeling your feelings. It is telling you that being awake is bad, that having anxiety is wrong. But like the farmer, you can just say, maybe. You don't know the whole story. You don't know what this moment is for. Maybe this is just the time your body needs to be still. Maybe this is the time your soul needs to hear the silence. You don't have to judge the moment. You don't have to label it. When you stop labeling, the anxiety loses its power. It becomes just energy, just a sensation, like the wind blowing through the trees. In psychology, we call this non-judgmental awareness, just noticing without the good or bad. Notice your breath. Is it good? Is it bad? No, it just is. Notice the weight of your body. It just is. Notice the thoughts. They just are. You are safe. Because you don't have to control the outcome. You can just be the farmer, watching the horses come and go. Maybe, and maybe, and maybe, drifting into the mystery, where everything is okay, just as it is, slowly, gently, nothing to do, nowhere to go. You are safe. Rest now. Think of a man who was very angry. He went to the Buddha and began to shout. He called him names. He insulted his teachings. He was red in the face with rage. The Buddha just sat there, like a mountain, calm and still. Finally, the man stopped and asked, "Why don't you fight back? Don't you hear my words?" The Buddha asked him, "If you buy a gift for someone, and they do not accept it, to whom does the gift belong?" The man said, "It belongs to the one who bought it." The Buddha smiled and said, "Exactly. I do not accept your anger, it still belongs to you. Tonight, your mind might be shouting at you, it might be offering you gifts of worry, gifts of guilt, gifts of what if, but you don't have to accept them, you can just sit there, like the Buddha, and say, "No thank you, that doesn't belong to me tonight, those thoughts, they are just vibrations in the air, they are not you, they are just gifts that you are choosing not to open, you can leave them at the door." In psychology, we call this cognitive diffusion, seeing that you are the one watching the thoughts, you are not the thoughts themselves, you are the sky, and the thoughts are just clouds. The sky doesn't have to accept the storm, it just lets it pass through, and remains the sky. You are the sky tonight, vast, and deep, and quiet. Let the angry man of your mind shout until he is tired. You are just sitting under the tree, breathing in and out. You are safe. There is nothing to defend, and nothing to prove. Just breathe, slowly, gently. Notice the coolness of the air. Notice the stillness of your heart. You are okay. You are safe. Drifting, floating, in the silence. Let it go, and just be. Imagine two monks, walking down a muddy road after a heavy rain. They reach a river crossing where the water is deep, and there stands a young woman in a beautiful silk dress. She is afraid to cross. She doesn't want to ruin her clothes. The older monk, without saying a word, picks her up, carries her across the water, and sets her down on the other side. She doesn't even say thank you, she just walks away. The two monks continue their journey in silence. 1 hour passes, 2 hours, 3 hours. Finally, the younger monk can't stand it anymore. He says, "Master, as monks, we are not supposed to touch women. Why did you carry her?" The older monk looks at him and says, "I set her down hours ago, why are you still carrying her? Tonight, what are you still carrying? What happened this morning that is still in your arms? What mistake from last year are you still lugging down the road?" Your mind loves to carry things. It thinks that by holding on, it can change the past, but the river is gone, and the woman is gone, and you are the only one who is still heavy. You can set her down now, you can set it all down. See yourself putting the weight on the ground, and walking away, lighter, freer, drifting into the night. In psychology, we call this letting go of rumination, realizing that the thought of the thing is not the thing itself. The memory is just a shadow. You don't have to carry shadows. You can just be here, in the light of the moon, in the softness of your bed, safe and still. Just notice your breath, moving in and moving out. Nothing to carry, nowhere to go. You are okay, you are safe. Let it go, and just be, drifting, floating, so quiet, so calm. Think of a beautiful ceramic cup. It is your favorite cup. You use it every day for your tea, but in your mind, you say to yourself, "This cup is already broken." You enjoy it, you appreciate its beauty, but you know that one day, it will fall, and it will shatter, and because you have already accepted that it is broken, when it finally does break, you can simply say, "Ah, there it goes." Tonight, your overthinking comes from trying to hold everything together, trying to make sure nothing breaks, your schedule, your reputation, your health, your future, but everything is already in the process of changing, everything is already broken in the sense that it is impermanent. When you accept that you can't control the breaking, you can finally relax, you can enjoy the cup while it is here, and let it go when it is gone. Your worries are just attempts to glue the world together, but you don't need to glue it tonight. The world will hold itself together, and you can just rest. In psychology, we call this radical acceptance, accepting life exactly as it is, without trying to force it to be different. Notice your body. It is changing in every moment. Your cells are moving. Your blood is flowing. You are a river of change, and you are safe. There is nothing to hold onto. Just breathe. Slowly, gently. Notice the weight of your head on the pillow. Notice the stillness in your jaw. You are okay. You are safe. Let the broken cup go, and just be, drifting, floating, in the silence. Imagine a large guest house, and you are the owner. Every morning, a new guest arrives. Some guests are joy, some are sorrow, some are mean, some are anxious, some are just quiet. Most of us, we want to lock the door to the bad guests. We only want the good ones to stay. But in the guest house of the mind, if you lock the door, the guests just stand outside and scream. They bang on the windows. They make more noise than if you had just let them in. The secret is to open the door to everyone. Welcome. Anxiety, come in and sit by the fire. Welcome. Fear, there is a place for you at the table. When you treat your thoughts as guests, they stop being monsters. They are just travelers passing through. They stay for a while. They tell their stories, and then they leave. They are not you. They are just visitors. Tonight, don't try to kick the thoughts out of your head. Just let them be in the room. You don't have to talk to them. You don't have to entertain them. You can just lie in your bed and let them sit in the corner. Eventually, they will get bored, and they will move on. In psychology, we call this willingness, being willing to have the experience you are having, without trying to change it. You are safe. The guest house is strong, and the guests are just passing through. Just breathe. Slowly, gently. Notice the breath, moving in, and moving out. Nothing to fight. Nowhere to go. You are okay. You are safe. Let the guests stay, and you can sleep. Drifting, floating, so quiet, so calm. Imagine you are in a dark room, a very large, empty room, and it is completely quiet, and in the center of the room, there is a single lantern. It is glowing with a warm, steady light. You are sitting by the lantern, and you can see a small circle of light on the floor. Beyond that circle, everything is pitch black. Your mind wants to go out into the black. It wants to know what is in the corners. It wants to know how big the room is. It wants to make sure there are no spiders. It wants to see the future, but you can only see what is in the light of the lantern, and in the light of the lantern, you are safe. You have your breath. You have your body. You have this moment. Whenever your mind tries to run out into the darkness of the future, or the darkness of the past, gently pull it back to the lantern. Stay here, in the light. The darkness doesn't exist yet, only the lantern is real. In psychology, we call this grounding, bringing your attention back to the present, to the things you can feel and hear and see right now. You don't have to solve the darkness, you just have to stay in the light. Notice the feeling of your blanket, notice the sound of the silence, notice the lantern of your breath, glowing and fading, glowing and fading. You are safe. The darkness is just empty space. There is nothing in it that can hurt you tonight. Just breathe, slowly, gently. You are okay. You are safe. Let the darkness be, and stay in the light, drifting, floating, so quiet, so calm. You can rest now. Think of the river again. It is flowing, and flowing. It never stops. It doesn't try to flow, it just does. It flows around the rocks. It flows under the bridges. It flows through the valleys. It doesn't fight the obstacles. It just finds a way around them. Your life is that river, and your thoughts are just ripples on the surface. Sometimes the ripples are large. Sometimes the water is smooth. But the river is always moving toward the ocean, and the ocean is vast, and deep, and still. Tonight, don't be the ripple, be the river. Let the thoughts move, let the emotions flow. You don't have to stop them, you don't have to hold them, just let the water carry you. In psychology, we call this flow, the state of being completely present and allowing life to happen. You are safe. The river knows where it is going, and the ocean is waiting for you. Notice your body. It feels like it is becoming liquid, melting into the bed, like water into water. There is no resistance, there is no effort. Just the flow, in, and out, in, and out. You are okay, you are safe. Let it go, and just be, drifting, floating, so quiet, so calm. Imagine the sky, a vast, blue sky, stretching out in every direction, and in the sky, there are clouds. Some clouds are white and fluffy, like cotton. Some are dark and heavy, like lead. The clouds are like your thoughts. They come, and they stay for a while, and then they go. But the sky is always there. The sky doesn't become the clouds. The sky isn't hurt by the storm. The sky just provides the space for the clouds to exist. You are the sky. You are not the thoughts. You are the awareness that sees the thoughts. When a dark thought comes, just say, "Ah, a dark cloud, it will pass." When a busy thought comes, say, "Ah, a fast cloud, it will pass." The sky doesn't have to do anything to make the clouds go away, it just waits, and eventually, the blue returns. Tonight, be the sky. Let the weather of your mind do what it needs to do. You are the infinite, quiet background. You are safe, because you are much bigger than any thought. In psychology, we call this the observing self. the part of you that is always stable, always quiet, always there. Notice the vastness of your own mind, notice the silence. Behind the noise, you are okay, you are safe. Let the clouds drift, and just be the sky, drifting, floating, so quiet, so calm. Think of a monkey, a busy, chattering monkey, swinging from branch to branch in a tree. The monkey is your mind. It's jumping from the past to the future, from one worry to another. It never stays still. Most of us, we try to tie the monkey down. We try to force it to be quiet, but that just makes the monkey angry. It screams and it bites. The secret is to give the monkey something to do. Give it a job. Give it the job of watching your breath. Monkey, watch the air go in. Watch the air go out. When the monkey gets distracted, gently bring it back. Back to the breath. Monkey, eventually, the monkey gets tired. It slows down. It curls up on a branch and it goes to sleep. Tonight, don't fight your monkey mind. Just give it the breath. Over, and over, and over. In, and out. In, and out. Notice the rhythm. Notice the stillness. The monkey is getting sleepy. The monkey is resting. And you are safe. You don't have to be the monkey. You are the tree. Strong, and steady, and still. Just breathe. Slowly. Gently. You are okay. You are safe. Let the monkey sleep. And you can sleep too. Drifting. Floating. So quiet. So calm. Imagine an echo. In a vast, deep valley. You shout a word. And it comes back to you. Peace. 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 The echo gets quieter each time, until it finally disappears into the silence. Your thoughts are like that echo. They are just vibrations of things that have already happened. They are not the thing itself. They are just the sound of the day fading away. You don't have to answer the echo. You don't have to shout back at it. If you shout back, you just create more echoes. If you stay quiet, the echo must fade. Tonight, let the day echo itself out. Don't give it any more energy. Don't give it any more words. Just listen to the silence that follows the echo. In that silence, there is rest. In that silence, there is safety. You are the valley, and the valley is vast, and the valley is quiet. Notice the silence in your room. Notice the silence between my words. Notice the silence inside you. It is always there, waiting for you. You are safe. There is nothing to do. Just breathe. Slowly, gently, drifting, falling, into the deep, quiet, peace. You are okay. You are safe. Let it go, and just be. Just breathe. Slowly, gently. You are safe. Notice your toes. They are so heavy. Notice your ankles. They are relaxing. Notice your calves, sinking into the bed. Notice your knees, soft and still. Notice your thighs, heavy and warm. Notice your hips, settling. Notice your stomach, rising and falling. Notice your chest, open and calm. Notice your shoulders, dropping. Notice your arms, limp and relaxed. Notice your hands, soft and still. Notice your neck, loose and easy. Notice your jaw unclenched. Notice your eyes resting. Notice your forehead smooth. Notice the top of your head light and peaceful. You are a river of relaxation, flowing from your head to your toes, and back again. There is nothing to fix. There is nowhere to go. You are exactly where you belong. The world is quiet. The night is soft. And you are safe. You are okay. You can rest now. Just breathe. Slowly. Gently. Drifting. Floating. Falling. Into sleep. So quiet. So calm. Nothing to do but be. You are safe. Let it go, and sleep, slowly, gently, drifting, 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 into the dark, into the peace, into the silence. Sleep, sleep, sleep. Imagine you are a leaf, a single, gold leaf, on a tree in the middle of a forest. It is autumn, and the air is still. You have been on this tree all summer. You have seen the sun. You have felt the rain. But now, it is time to let go. You don't have to hold on anymore. You feel the stem grow weak, and you simply let go. You don't fall. You float. You drift. You dance on the air. Down, and down, and down. The forest floor is covered in other leaves, a soft, thick carpet of gold and red, and you land so gently. You are home. You are back with the earth. You are safe. You are warm, and you can rest. Tonight, let go of the branch of your life. Let go of the holding. Let go of the trying. Just drift down into the softness, into the peace. You are safe. The earth is holding you. The forest is quiet, and you can sleep. Just breathe slowly, gently. Notice the air moving in and moving out. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. You are okay. You are safe. Sleep now, drifting, floating, so quiet, so calm. Just notice the stillness. It is a physical thing. You can feel it on your skin, like a soft mist. It is the silence of the night. It is the peace of the stars. It is the rest of the world. You are part of that rest. You are not separate from it. You are the stillness. You are the peace. Notice your breath. It is the heartbeat of the stillness, moving in and moving out. Nothing to fix, nowhere to go. You are safe. You are okay. Let the day dissolve. Let the thoughts fade, like stars at dawn. You are the sky, and the sky is vast, and the sky is quiet, drifting, falling, into the deep, dark, sleep, so quiet, so calm. You are safe. Rest now, slowly, gently, breathing in, and breathing out. You are okay. You are safe. Sleep, sleep, sleep. Think of a stone, a small, smooth stone at the bottom of a clear stream. The water flows over the stone, day and night, but the stone stays still. It doesn't try to move. It doesn't try to stop the water. It just is. Be the stone tonight. Let the thoughts be the water. Let them flow over you, around you, through you. You remain unmoved. You remain still. You are the weight at the bottom of the stream, safe and steady, and quiet. Notice the weight of your body. You are the stone, and the bed is the stream, and the night is the water. In and out, the water moves, and you stay still. You are safe. There is nothing to do, just be the stone, drifting into the depths, where the water is slow, and the light is soft, and everything is quiet. You are okay. You are safe. Sleep now, slowly, gently, nothing to do, but be, drifting, floating, so quiet, so calm. Sleep, sleep, sleep. Just breathe, slowly, gently. You are safe. Notice the warmth in your chest. It is a small, steady glow, like a candle in a window. It is the light of your own life, and it is enough. You are enough. You don't have to be more than you are tonight. You don't have to have more than you have. You are complete, just as you are, sitting in the silence, lying in the dark. You are a masterpiece of stillness. Nothing to fix, nowhere to go. You are okay. You are safe. Let the world go, and just be, in the light of your own heart, drifting, floating, so quiet, so calm. Sleep now, slowly, gently, breathing in, and breathing out. You are safe. You are okay. Sleep, sleep, sleep. Imagine you are a cloud, a soft, white cloud, high in the sky. You are moving slowly, pushed by a gentle wind. You have no shape. You have no weight. You are just a whisper of mist. You drift over the mountains. You drift over the valleys. You don't hold on to anything, and nothing holds onto you. You are free. You are peaceful. You are quiet. Tonight, be the cloud. Let your thoughts be the wind, pushing you wherever they go. You don't have to fight them. You just drift with them, and eventually, you dissolve into the blue, into the silence, into the peace. You are safe, because you are made of air, and air cannot be hurt. Just breathe, slowly, gently. Notice the air, moving in, and moving out. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. You are okay. You are safe. Sleep now, drifting, floating, so quiet, so calm. Sleep, sleep, sleep. Just notice the breath, moving in, and moving out, like a wave, hitting the shore, and pulling back, over, and over, and over. It is the most natural thing in the world. It is the rhythm of life, and you are in that rhythm tonight. You are not fighting it. You are flowing with it. You are safe. There is nothing to do. Just breathe, slowly, gently. You are okay. You are safe. Drifting, falling, into the deep, dark, peace. So quiet, so calm, nothing to fix, nowhere to go. You are safe. Rest now. Sleep, sleep, sleep. Imagine a bell, a large, bronze bell in a temple. Someone strikes the bell. Bong. The sound is loud and clear, but then, it begins to fade. It gets softer, and softer, and softer, until it is just a vibration in the air, and then, it is gone. Your thoughts are like that bell. They start loud, They demand your attention, but if you don't strike them again, they must fade. They have no choice. It is the law of the universe. Tonight, don't strike the bell of your mind. Don't give the thoughts any more energy. Just listen to the fading. Listen to the silence that comes after the sound. That silence is your home. That silence is where you sleep. You are safe. There is nothing to hear. Just the silence. Just the breath. Slowly, gently, notice the vibration of peace in your body. It is getting softer, and softer, and softer, until it is just a hum, and then, it is gone. You are okay. You are safe. Sleep now, drifting, floating, so quiet, so calm. Sleep, sleep, sleep. Just notice the stillness. It is so deep. It is so wide. It is like a blanket for your soul. You are safe. There is nothing to fix. You are okay. You are exactly where you need to be. The day is a memory. The future is a dream. And the present is a gift. And the gift is peace. Just breathe. Slowly. Gently. Notice the air. Moving in. And moving out. You are okay. You are safe. Sleep now. Drifting. Falling. Into the dark. Into the rest. Into the silence. So quiet. So calm. Nothing to fix. Nowhere to go. You are safe. Rest now. Sleep. 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 Imagine you are a feather. A small, white feather, floating down from a great height. The air is still, and you are moving so slowly, drifting to the left, drifting to the right. You are so light. You have no worries. You have no weight. You are just a part of the air, and below you, there is a soft, velvet pillow, and you are landing on it, so gently, you don't even make a sound. You are home. You are safe. You are at rest. Tonight, be the feather. Let yourself drift down, away from the world, away from the noise, into the softness, into the peace. You are safe. There is nothing to do. Just breathe. Slowly. Gently. You are okay. You are safe. Sleep now. Drifting. Floating. So quiet. So calm. Sleep. 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 Just notice the breath, moving in, and moving out, in, and out. You are a part of the universe, and the universe is at rest tonight. The stars are quiet, the moon is still, and you are part of that silence. You are not separate from it. You are the peace. You are the rest. You are the sleep. Nothing to fix. Nowhere to go. You are safe. You are okay. Let the day go. Let the world go. And just be. In the dark. In the quiet. In the love. Drifting. Falling. Into sleep. So quiet. So calm. You are safe. Rest now. Sleep. 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 Imagine you are a mountain. A great, ancient mountain. You have been standing for thousands of years. You have seen the storms. You have seen the sun. You have felt the wind. But you stay still. You are rooted deep in the earth. You are strong. You are steady. And you are quiet. The clouds of your thoughts drift around your peak. But they don't move you. The rain of your emotions falls on your slopes, but it doesn't change you. You are the mountain, and the mountain is at peace. Tonight, be the mountain. Let the weather of your life do what it needs to do. You stay still. You stay rooted. You stay quiet. You are safe. Because you are the earth. And the earth is always here. Just breathe. Slowly. Gently. Notice the weight of your body. You are the mountain. And the bed is the valley. And the night is the sky. You are okay. You are safe. Sleep now. Drifting. Floating. So quiet. So calm. Sleep. 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 Just notice the stillness. It is all around you. It is inside you. It is you. You are the peace. You are the rest. You are the sleep. Nothing to fix. Nowhere to go. You are safe. You are okay. Let the day go. Let the world go. And just be. In the dark. In the quiet. In the love. Drifting. Falling. Into sleep. So quiet. So calm. You are safe. Rest now. Sleep. 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 Imagine a candle. A single candle in a quiet room. The flame is steady. It doesn't flicker. It doesn't move. It just glows. And as the candle burns, the wax melts. It becomes liquid. It becomes soft. And the candle gets shorter and shorter, until finally, the flame goes out, and there is only the soft, warm scent of the wax, and the darkness, and the peace. Tonight, be the candle. Let your day melt away. Let your thoughts burn out. Let your light fade into the darkness. You don't have to shine anymore. You can just be the dark. You can just be the rest. You are safe. The room is quiet. And the flame is gone. Just breathe. Slowly. Gently. Notice the air. Moving in. And moving out. You are okay. You are safe. Sleep now. Drifting. Floating. So quiet. So calm. Sleep. 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 Just notice the breath moving in and moving out, in and out. You are okay. You are safe. You are exactly as you should be. There is nothing to change. There is nothing to fix. You are a part of the night, and the night is peaceful, and the night is kind, drifting, falling, into the deep, dark, rest, so quiet, so calm, nothing to fix, nowhere to go, you are safe, rest now, sleep, sleep, sleep. Imagine you are a drop of water, a single drop of rain, falling from the sky. You are falling through the cool air, and below you, there is a great, vast ocean, and you hit the surface, and you disappear. You are no longer a drop. You are the ocean. You are the depth. You are the power. You are the stillness. Tonight, let yourself dissolve. Let your worries dissolve. Let your name dissolve into the vast ocean of sleep. You are no longer a small thing fighting the world. You are the whole world, and the world is at peace. You are safe, because the ocean is infinite. Just breathe, slowly, gently, notice the air, moving in, and moving out. You are okay. You are safe. Sleep now, drifting, floating, so quiet, so calm. Sleep, sleep, sleep. Just notice the stillness. It is the heartbeat of the universe, and it is your heartbeat too. You are safe. You are okay. There is nothing to fix. Let the day dissolve. Let the thoughts fade. You are the peace. You are the rest. You are the sleep. Drifting, falling, into the dark, into the silence, into the love. So quiet, so calm. You are safe. Rest now. Sleep, sleep, sleep. Slowly, gently, drifting, floating, softly, softly, drifting, into the dark, into the peace, into the silence. Sleep, sleep, sleep. You are safe. You are okay. You are peace. Sleep, sleep, sleep. Drifting, drifting, drifting. So quiet, so calm. Rest now. Sleep, sleep, sleep. Gently, slowly. Sleep, sleep, sleep. And as the echoes of the empty boat begin to soften, and the silver mist of the lake settles into a deep, velvety stillness, you find yourself moving away from the shore, and stepping onto a narrow, sun-drenched mountain path. The air here is different. It is crisp. It is clean. And it smells of ancient cedar trees and wild, crushed mint. Every step you take feels lighter than the last, as if the earth itself is rising up to meet your feet, and the gravity that felt so heavy in the city, so heavy in your life, is now just a gentle pull, guiding you deeper into the heart of the forest. You are walking toward an old, stone temple, nestled high against the side of a granite cliff. The sun is beginning to dip behind the peaks, casting long, honey-colored shadows across the trail, and as you walk, you hear the sound of the wind, a soft, rhythmic shushing through the pine needles. S-H-H-H, S-H-H-H, S-H-H-H. It sounds like the world is breathing with you, and for the first time today, you realize you don't have to lead the way. You can just follow the path. The path knows where it is going, and you are safe. Suddenly, out of the corner of your eye, you see a flash of orange and black, a great, powerful tiger, its eyes like burning amber, watching you from the tall grass. Your heart skips a beat. The ancient part of your brain, the part that keeps you awake at night, immediately sparks into life. Danger, it whispers. Run, it commands. Your muscles tighten, your jaw locks, and you begin to run, not in panic, but with a steady, focused intensity. You reach the edge of a high precipice, a soaring cliff that looks out over a valley filled with white, rolling clouds. There is nowhere left to go, but down. You see a sturdy vine hanging over the edge, rooted deep in the mountain soil, and without a second thought, you grab hold of it and swing yourself over the side. Hanging there, suspended between the vast sky and the solid earth, the tiger reaches the edge above you, its hot breath misting in the cool mountain air. It roars, a sound that vibrates in your very bones, but it cannot reach you. You are safe, just inches out of its grasp. But then, you look down, down past your feet, down toward the valley floor, and there, At the bottom of the cliff waits another tiger, looking up at you, waiting for you to fall. You are caught in the middle. The tiger of the past is above you, the tiger of the future is below you, and you are holding onto the vine of the present moment with all your strength. And then, you notice something else. Two mice emerge from a small hole in the cliffside. One mouse is white, like the morning Sunday. And one mouse is black, like the deepest midnight, and they begin to nibble, bit by bit, at the vine. Scritch, scratch, scritch, scratch. They are eating away at the very thing that is holding you up. This is the reality of your mind tonight, isn't it? The black mouse and the white mouse are night and day. They are the passing of time, always nibbling away at your moments. The tiger above is your memory, the things that have already happened, the regrets that growl at you from the past. The tiger below is your worry, the what-ifs that wait for you in the future. Your overthinking wants to focus on the mice. It wants to count every bite they take. It wants to scream at the tiger above. It wants to cry about the tiger below. Your mind is so busy being terrified of what was and what might be, that it has forgotten to look at where you are. But as you hang there, in that space between the two fears, you happen to look to your right, and there, growing out of a tiny crack in the gray stone, is a single, wild strawberry. It is the most beautiful thing you have ever seen. It is a deep, vibrant red, shining in the fading light, covered in tiny, golden seeds. It looks ripe, and heavy, and sweet. With one hand, you reach out, you steady yourself against the rock, and you pluck the strawberry, and you put it in your mouth. How sweet it tastes! In that moment, the tiger above ceases to exist. The tiger below is forgotten. The mice are just a quiet sound in the background. There is only the sweetness on your tongue, the coolness of the fruit, the explosion of flavor, the absolute, perfect beauty of that single, solitary second. That strawberry is your life, right now. Your anxiety tonight is the tiger. It is the sound of the mice. Your brain is trying to solve the problem of the cliff. It's trying to build a ladder to get away from the future, but while you are busy planning, you are missing the strawberry. The strawberry is the feeling of your breath moving through your nose. It is the way your pillow supports your neck. It is the quiet hum of the room. It is the fact that right now, in this exact heartbeat, you are safe. In psychology, we call this grounding. When the mind is time traveling into a scary future or a painful past, we bring it back, using the senses. What do you taste? What do you feel? Gently, notice your mouth. Let your tongue rest away from the roof of your mouth. Let it be soft and heavy. Imagine the sweetness of that strawberry lingering on your palate. A cool, refreshing, calming sweetness. Your jaw, it can let go now. The tigers cannot reach you in this bed. The mice are far away. You don't need to hold onto the vine so tightly anymore. Imagine the vine is now a soft, silken thread, and you are not hanging, you are floating. The cliff has turned into your mattress, and the tigers have turned into shadows, harmless and thin. Just notice the sweetness of being still. Gently, let the flavor of peace spread through your body, down your throat, into your chest, making your heart feel light and steady. You are safe, there is nothing to do. The mice will keep nibbling, and that's okay, because that is what time does, it passes, but while it passes, we can choose to taste the strawberry, we can choose to notice the beauty that is hidden in the middle of the struggle. Your mind is a wonderful storyteller, but tonight, it has told enough stories, it's time to stop the narrative, and just feel the fruit. Breathing in. Sweetness. Breathing out. Stillness. Breathing in. Here. Breathing out. Now. Your toes, they are relaxing, feel a wave of warmth moving through the arches of your feet, into your ankles, like the sun hitting the mountain path. Your calves are becoming heavy, sinking into the valley of sleep. The tigers are gone now, the forest is quiet, the only sound is the wind in the pines, a soft, shushing sound, like the breath of the universe. SHHH. SHHH. Just notice how easy it is to stay right here, in the circle of the light. Gently, let the memory of the tiger fade, let the worry of the cliff dissolve. There is only the strawberry. There is only the breath. There is only you. Safe. Resting. Floating. In the center of the now. Your hips are so heavy, your stomach is rising and falling, like a quiet tide. You don't have to solve anything tonight, you don't have to fix the vine, the universe will hold you up. Just breathe. Slowly. Gently. The strawberry was delicious, and now, you are finished, the meal is over, the day is done. It's time to close your eyes, and drift into the sweetness of the dark. Slowing down. Gently, slowing down. The white mouse is sleeping, the black mouse is sleeping, the tigers are dreams. And you are the silence. Just notice. Gently. Let it go. You are safe. There is nothing to do. Just breathe. Slowly. Gently. Drifting. Sleep. 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 And as the sweetness of the mountain strawberry lingers in the back of your mind, and the tigers of the past and future dissolve into the silver mist, you find yourself sitting in a quiet, ancient courtyard. The stones beneath you are cool, and gray, and worn smooth by the feet of thousands of pilgrims who came before you, searching for the same peace that you are finding tonight. The air is still, so very still, and the only sound is the distant, rhythmic drip of water into a stone basin. Drip, drop, drip, drop, measuring the silence. Imagine now, an old teacher sitting across from you, his eyes are kind, and his face is a map of 1,000 stories. He reaches into a wooden box and pulls out a bow, and a single, feathered arrow. He tells you, in this life, we are all hit by arrows, it is the nature of being alive, Sometimes the arrow is a physical pain, sometimes it is a cold word from a friend, sometimes it is the loss of something we love. This is the first arrow. When the first arrow hits, it hurts, it is sharp, it is sudden, and it is unavoidable, but then, the teacher says, the person who is not trained in the mind, does something strange. They take a second arrow, and they shoot themselves in the exact same spot. They ask, why did this happen to me? It's not fair. How long will this last? What if it gets worse? This is the second arrow. The first arrow is the event, but the second arrow is the story about the event. The first arrow causes pain, but the second arrow causes suffering. Tonight, as you lie in your bed, notice if you are carrying any second arrows. Maybe the first arrow was a busy day at work, or a mistake you made, or just the natural tiredness of your body, but your mind, in its attempt to fix things, has been shooting second arrows all night. It has been shooting the arrow of I should have done better, the arrow of I won't be able to function tomorrow, the arrow of why can't I just stop thinking. Each one of those thoughts is a second arrow, and unlike the first one, you are the one holding the bow. Just notice, for a moment, where those arrows are resting in your body. Is there a second arrow in your chest, making it feel tight? Is there a second arrow in your temples, making your head throb? Is there a second arrow in your stomach, creating a knot of worry? Gently, very gently. I want you to imagine reaching out with a soft, light hand, and simply plucking those second arrows out, one by one. You don't have to fix the first arrow tonight. The day is over, the mistake is in the past, the pain is what it is, but you can stop the second arrows. In psychology, we call this secondary gain or meta-emotion, feeling bad about feeling bad, but tonight, we are practicing the art of the first arrow only. If you are awake, just be awake, that is the first arrow, it is just a state of being, you don't have to shoot the second arrow of I must be asleep. If you are thinking, just notice the thoughts, those are the first arrows, you don't have to shoot the second arrow of I hate my brain for thinking. When you stop the second arrows, the first arrow becomes much smaller, it becomes manageable, it becomes just a sensation, like the cool stone beneath you in the courtyard. Feel your breath moving in and out. This breath is a healing balm. Every time you exhale, imagine you are blowing away the feathers of those second arrows, letting them drift away into the dark, until the bow is empty, and your hands are relaxed. The teacher smiles at you, and he puts the bow away. He says, the wound of the first arrow will heal on its own, if you stop poking it with the second. Your body knows how to heal, your mind knows how to settle, if you just give it the space, if you just put down the weapons. Gently, let your shoulders drop, away from your ears, feel the tension leaving the tops of your arms. There is nothing to defend tonight, there is no battle to win. You are safe, because the archer has gone to sleep. Just notice, the first arrow of your heartbeat, steady, and slow. Just notice the first arrow of the air against your skin. It is just data, it is just sensation, it doesn't mean anything about you, it doesn't mean you are failing, it just means you are alive. In and out. Slowing down. Gently, slowing down. The courtyard is growing darker now, the stars are coming out, and the stone basin is overflowing with cool, clear water. Let your thoughts be like that water, flowing over the edge, not hitting anything, not fighting anything, just moving. You are letting go of the why, you are letting go of the should. You are just here. In the silence. Where the arrows cannot reach. Your thighs are becoming heavy, sinking into the cool earth. Your knees are relaxing, your ankles are loose. Every joint in your body is opening up, creating space, creating room for sleep to enter. You are the master of the bow, and tonight, you choose peace. You choose to let the second arrows fall to the ground, unspent. Just notice. Gently. Let it go. You are safe. There is nothing to do. Just breathe. Slowly. Gently. Drifting. Away from the archer. Away from the target. Into the vast, empty, healing dark. Slowing down. Gently. Sleep. 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 And as the archer in the courtyard finally rests his bow, and the sound of the dripping water fades into the deep, velvet hush of the night, you find yourself walking through a wide, golden valley. The sun has set, and the sky is the color of bruised plums and soft lavender. The air is perfectly still, and it carries the scent of sun-warmed hay and wild clover. You come upon a small, humble farm. There is an old farmer here, leaning against a weathered wooden fence, watching his only horse graze in the twilight. The farmer's face is like the earth, lined with time, but his eyes are as clear as a mountain spring. He tells you the story of how, one morning, his horse ran away. It simply vanished into the hills. The neighbors came by, their hearts full of worry, and they said, "Oh, what terrible luck! How will you plow your fields? This is a disaster for you." But the farmer simply looked at the empty field and said, "Maybe." The next day, the horse returned, and it wasn't alone. It brought with it 3 wild, powerful, beautiful horses. The neighbors cheered. They said, "What a miracle! What wonderful luck! You are a rich man now." And the farmer just shrugged and said, "Maybe." Then, the farmer's only son tried to ride one of the wild horses. He was thrown to the ground and broke his leg. The neighbors wept. They said, "What a tragedy! Your only help is gone. This is the worst luck of all." And the farmer said, "Maybe." Soon after, the army came to the village, drafting every young man for a terrible war, but they left the son behind because of his broken leg. The neighbors cried out, "What incredible luck! Your son is saved." And the farmer said, "Maybe." Tonight, as you lie here, your mind is exactly like those neighbors. It is constantly shouting, it is constantly judging, it is labeling your thoughts as bad, it is labeling your wakefulness as a disaster, it is telling you that this anxiety is terrible luck, but the farmer, the wise part of your soul, knows that you never see the whole story. When an anxious thought enters your mind tonight, when a worry about tomorrow knocks on your door, don't fight it, don't label it a catastrophe, just look at it, and whisper, "Maybe." Maybe this thought is just energy moving through, maybe this restlessness is exactly what your body needs to process the day, maybe you don't need to know the ending of the story to be at peace. In psychology, we call this cognitive reappraisal, but in the quiet of this room, it is simply the art of letting go. You are letting go of the good and the bad, you are letting the horses of your thoughts come and go, without letting them disturb the deep, quiet center of your heart. Gently, feel your chest expanding, and contracting, like the wind moving through the valley. You are safe, because you don't have to judge anything tonight. Just notice. Maybe, and let the thought trot away, into the dark. Slowing down. Gently, slowing down. The neighbors have gone home, the farmer is resting, and the valley is silent. You are safe. There is nothing to label. Just breathe. Slowly. Gently. Notice your shoulders, sinking deeper. Notice your hands, so heavy. You are the farmer, and you are at peace. Drifting. Floating. Sleep. Sleep. Sleep.